animals follow the rules of nature, but some break them entirely. Take the axolotl, the smiling salamander that defies biology by regenerating not just limbs, but entire organs, even parts of its spinal cord and brain. It never truly grows up, living its whole life in a juvenile state, a condition called neoteny. In the deep sea, the anglerfish takes weird to terrifying extremes. The male is tiny, and when it finds a female, it fuses into her body permanently, becoming a living sperm bank. Speaking of body horror, the hairy frog literally breaks its own bones to produce claws when threatened. On land, elephants mourn their dead, recognizing skeletons and even pausing to touch the skulls of loved ones with their trunks. An emotional intelligence once thought uniquely human, and over in Australia, the echidna, a spiny monotreme, has a four-headed penis and lays eggs despite being a mammal. But it's not just animals. Plants and fungi have their own alien behaviors. Trees in a forest are connected by vast fungal networks underground, often called the Wood Wide Web, where they exchange nutrients and even warn each other about pests. Some trees can recognize their own offspring and prioritize sending them food over strangers. In Chernobyl's radioactive ruins, scientists found black fungus that feeds on radiation. It uses melanin like plants use chlorophyll, turning death into energy. Speaking of survival, tardigrades, aka water bears, are microscopic creatures that can endure boiling water, freezing space, and intense radiation by going into a state called cryptobiosis, essentially pressing pause on life until conditions improve. They've been sent to space, exposed to vacuum and cosmic rays, and returned completely fine. In fact, if Earth ever ends, tardigrades are the most likely creatures to survive it. Insects are no less strange. The zombie ant fungus infects ants, takes over their central nervous system, and forces them to climb to a high leaf, clamp down, and die, so the fungus can burst from their heads and rain spores onto the forest floor. Meanwhile, the bombardier beetle defends itself by mixing chemicals inside its abdomen to create an internal explosion, launching a boiling chemical spray at predators. And let's not forget the immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, which can revert its cells to a polyp state when threatened, essentially restarting its life and dodging death indefinitely. On the cuter side, sea otters hold hands while they sleep to avoid drifting apart, and they keep a favorite rock in a pouch under their arm to crack open shellfish. Basically using tools and storing them. Even our own biology has hidden surprises. The human body actually glows. We emit visible light in small amounts, but it's 1,000 times weaker than the human eye can detect. Our stomach lining replaces itself every few days so it doesn't digest itself with its own acid. And our bones are stronger than concrete, yet our brains run on about 20 watts, less than a light bulb. But perhaps most strange, we share roughly 60% of our DNA with bananas, and 70% with slugs. Evolution, it seems, reuses its code like an overworked programmer. Back to the animal world, octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood, and they can taste with their arms. They are incredibly intelligent escape artists. Some have opened jars from the inside, solved puzzles, and even escaped aquariums through drainage pipes. A famous octopus named Inky once crawled out of his tank at night, slithered across the floor, and vanished into a nearby drain that led to the ocean. And while we're talking cephalopods, the mimic octopus can impersonate up to 15 different sea creatures, including lionfish, sea snakes, and flatfish, altering its shape, texture, and behavior on the fly. Up in the air, hummingbirds can flap their wings up to 80 times per second and enter a torpor-like state at night, lowering their metabolic rate to near-death levels just to survive until morning. The swift, on the other hand, can stay airborne for 10 months straight, eating, sleeping, and even mating without landing once. The shoebill stork, an intimidating bird from Africa, makes a machine gun clacking noise with its beak and stares so intensely it has been called the most metal bird alive. And then there's the manakin bird, which moonwalks during mating displays and uses special wing feathers to create mechanical sounding beats, like nature's original DJ. Weird science doesn't stop with biology. In zero gravity, flames burn as blue spheres, not flickering orange tongues. A spoonful of neutron star would weigh as much as Mount Everest, and quantum entanglement means particles can affect each other instantly across space, possibly defying the limits of time itself. Meanwhile, scientists recently revived a 46,000-year-old worm frozen in Siberian permafrost, and it started moving and eating again, proving some organisms can nearly time travel through deep freeze. Even animals we think we know hide secret talents. Crows recognize human faces and hold grudges. Pigeons can be trained to detect cancer in lab slides with over 85% accuracy. And rats laugh ultrasonically when tickled. Some fish, like the archerfish, spit jets of water to shoot insects off branches with laser-sharp accuracy. And the parrotfish eats coral and poops beautiful white sand, meaning a large portion of tropical beaches are actually fish poop. In the end, nature isn't just fascinating, it's downright stranger than fiction. From creatures that regenerate their brains to fungi that eat radiation. From birds that dance like pop stars to bacteria that survive space. The universe is teeming with life forms that seem designed not just to survive, but to surprise.